Gemini compatible with Pisces. Now, Gemini is mutable and adaptable when it comes to thinking and communication. Of course, you have the other side of practicality and stability. And of course, Gemini is the third house perspective, dealing with surroundings, familiar places, familiar spaces. Also, Gemini is Mercury, thinking and communication, intellect, conversations, the way we think, the way we analyze, the way we look at the details, the way we organize, the way we multitask, aka the opposite of Jupiter and Neptune. So Jupiter is basically experiences, wisdom, knowledge, expansion, growth, passion, motivation, determination. Because of course, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So Cancer is predicated towards passion of love, nurture, care. Also, you got motherfucking Pisces in this perspective. So Neptune. Neptune is dealing with dreams, imagination, fantasies, illusions, which is opposite towards Mercury. Because Mercury is predicated towards logical perspective, logical substances, things that have to be seen, things that have to be actually physically here and now. And of course, that's pretty much predicated towards that determination. See, also, Earth is pretty much dealing with the here and now. So Mercury is dealing with the here and now. Neptune is pretty much dealing with the fantasies, dreams, illusions, imagination. So if the imagination, fantasies, dreams, and illusions don't coexist with the Gemini reality perspective, then of course Gemini will look at the Neptune like, is this a joke? Is this a fairy tale? Feel me? That's how they look at it. Because of course, Gemini is pretty much more on thinking and communication. They don't really care too much about imagination, unless they have perspectives on where they want to mix and mingle. They're adventurers. So this would be like a circumstance situation of a square, a learning process where two zodiac signs of the Gemini and Pisces would have to learn from each other. Gemini will have to learn how to utilize more feelings, more emotions, more compassion, and of course, Neptune, aka Pisces, will have to learn how to be more down to earth and more practical, aka y'all will have to switch sides, take off y'all shoes, and of course, wear each other's shoes, wear each other's slippers, sneakers, wear each other's skin, wear each other's feelings, each other's emotions, aka just like the movie where that kid was poor and he didn't get on the bus, and the other kid was rich. He had to play each other's part, play each other's shoes. So when we talk about Gemini and Neptune, aka Gemini and Pisces, see, this is a relationship where, like, the sex will have to have a purpose, a meaning, a reasoning, a true perspective. For instance, Venus, aka Neptune, Pisces is exalted in Venus. So Pisces love extremely. They go to the extremes with love. They love to love. They love to basically receive this back too, where they are on a partner, on the differences where they go to the extremes with love. They would care for you, love you, suck your toes, lick you dry, all kinds of shit. That's what a Pisces would basically do if Venus is exalted there. And of course, you got to look at it in this perspective. This is like a huge spectrum right here. Like, this isn't no games. Relationships is not something you play with. Relationships are where two people, places, and things come together and relate, a ship together. So if Gemini can't come together and relate a shipment or an exaltation or a frequency that Pisces would appreciate a Gemini to basically mix and mingle and mend together, the Pisces and the Gemini is not going to really pretty much work out, because this is going to be a circumstance situation that Gemini don't really show emotions like that or affection like that, unless probably having sex. But Gemini is very creative when it comes to sex and things of that matter, which can basically put more better emphasis on the relationship when it comes to that perspective. So dealing with that endeavor, like, the Pisces is not gonna look at the Gemini like they can pretty much be in love with them if they don't really show that affection. So the sex don't really truly mean anything in that perspective. And Gemini is not really pretty much predicated towards sex. They're predicated towards intellect communication. The Pisces is predicated towards dreams, illusions, fantasies, imagination. So that'd be a square that y'all would have to learn. Y'all differences between each other. Also, when you got this perspective of the trust matters, like they trust issues. See, Gemini won't look at it like that. Pisces won't look at it like that. But the trust the trust issues is like downhill, down the drain. Because of course, if they don't have any emotional connection or perfection, then trust matters is not going to basically be going through this matter. See, Pisces can have trust issues if their partner don't coexist very apprehended with them. And of course, Gemini is very smart, so they can pretty much look through things. And of course, Pisces can feel through things. They're very mutable and adaptable by being able to pick up other people's feelings and emotions on a connection basis. So it's not really a circumstance situation where y'all can basically pretend to basically love each other, because you're gonna pick it up. You're gonna pick up the senses, and of course, everything is gonna be able to be reapprehended. Because of course, Gemini is gonna look at the details. Gemini is gonna analyze things and punctuate things. Pisces is gonna read into things, aka that's why Pisces and a Virgo mix, and of course, a Gemini and a Sagittarius go together, because Sagittarius would be like the nice side of Pisces. Sagittarius would be the sun side of the Sagittarius equipment. So Gemini will be like pretty much more of the masculine sun side of Virgo, and Virgo will be the night side of Gemini, aka that's why you have another square. But of course, when you got Gemini and Pisces, the way they think and communicate, it could be a lot of jokes thrown towards the room, because of course they're very mutable and adaptable, so they pick up information and intellect very easily, which means they're very versatile and they're very adaptable and they can switch things up. But when it comes to dreams and illusions and fantasies, these things may not coexist with the Gemini, because Geminis have a different element. Gemini is air and water is kind of like, air and water is in a circumstance situation of the water will have to basically be drowned, the air will be spread out. But of course, this play into all magnitudes of you need air and you need water, because you gotta breathe and you gotta drink. So of course, if you're not too emotional, of course you're gonna be too dry. You're gonna come off very dry. So that's why you need water, and that's why water needs air as well. Because of course, the air is gonna basically push the water all over the place. Air is gonna blow the water all over the place. That's why you need these two to basically coexist and mix together. When you have this perspective of the things that they value, see, Gemini value intellect, communication, and thinking. Pisces value for dreams, imagination, fantasies, illusions, spirituality. So if these things is not coming together, these two are not going to be in a circumstance situation of being with each other for too long. But of course, the Gemini can help the Pisces come down to earth, be practical. And the Pisces can help Gemini get more intuitive, get into their imagination, get more into their psyche, get more into their emotions. And of course, Gemini is not an emotional sign, so Pisces is going to feel left out. It's going to be like a circumstance situation where you having a spiritual awakening and your partner is still stuck in the matrix. That's how it's going to pretty much look towards the Pisces versus the Gemini. And the Gemini are going to look at the Pisces like, okay, maybe you're too lost out there. Maybe you're too out there. So lost into your imagination. So it's going to be like a square. It's going to be a conflict that's going to go on. And this relationship will not work out unless y'all have a spiritual connection and y'all have a goal and a purpose and a matter, and not basically getting washed up under the current on how the world is presented by you with a rose-colored glasses. So yeah, this relationship will not work out unless y'all have a purpose and true meaning. But y'all, of course, y'all can help each other, learn from each other, and of course, mix and mingle with each other. But y'all relationship will only work out if y'all like in a group somewhere, if y'all just basically out there entertaining or advertising something, or just basically working together in some magnitude. But teamwork makes the dream work. But of course, any relationship is compatible. Any relationship can work out. But of course, you have to do things on a spiritual level. So if these people are not on the same spiritual path, spiritual journey, then of course, this relationship is going to be a fluctuation. And it's not going to be able to actually function well. The rivers is not going to mix and mingle. The air is not going to connect. And of course, that's how it's going to play out. So once you know everything about that perspective, these are two zodiac signs that are mutable, that are adaptable. They can adapt, they can be mutable, but their elements are so different that it's going to be kind of different. It's going to be like You basically are so used to living into a nice neighborhood, and then of course you're back into poverty now. Your ass in a crazy ass environment. That's how it's gonna pretty much play out. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much Gemini and Pisces in a nutshell. So far.